go, psychic, medium, intuitive, tarot card reader, and astrologer. This is, well, celebrity psychic channeling and reading for Queen Elizabeth II. Also, special buy one, get one free. All readings over $10 are $10. The text readings, which are $5, are still $5, but all readings over $10 are $10, and buy one get one free. And then also, if you purchased a phone reading, or if you purchase a phone reading, this link in the schedule is in the description. Also, the telephone number to call after you've made your purchase for your reading, and you've put yourself on the schedule. Please call during the allotted time. And then right now, I'm only doing readings Monday through Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when you put yourself on the schedule, make sure that it's for 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Sunday. And I look forward to speaking with you. Buy one, get one free. Tell a friend. All readings over $10 are $10. You can use Cash App or you can use PayPal. And I look forward to reading for you and speaking with you. And thank you so much for all of those with patience. I speak with lots and lots of people. And I do lots and lots of readings. And I thank you so much for everybody's patience and understanding. I do have an assistant now, so that helps. And scheduling, like I said, everything in the description as well. So let's jump into the reading for Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of England. Now, energetically, the first thing that comes through, a big ending with a big notification around Christmas season, the winter season. I got an energy around a very big ending. I don't predict on death. I try not to. But I just got an energy around a big ending and a big announcement first around the Christmas season, in the winter months, or when it's cold. A big announcement. This may be something that goes on until spring, August of next year, and then maybe a finality. But I got a strong energy of a big ending or a big announcement in the winter months this year. Okay? And then a finality, or something that really ends or comes to a halt in, like, it's a duration throughout the spring, and then the energy of a finality during the end of spring, summer months. That energetically came through to me. Queen Elizabeth II messages that come through. Questions. Wow, I got the Sun card. And the Daughter of Cups. Interesting. So a lot of people want to know, will, after she passes, will her son become the king, or will he just, because of his situation with Camilla, will he just, advocate the throne? I got a strong energy that he will be king, and he will not advocate the throne. However, he won't rule for too long. Energetically is what comes through. Not a doctor, not a medical professional. I cannot diagnose, cure, treat, prevent, but I have strong energy around the heart when it comes to Prince, when it comes to her son. Strong energy around the heart when it comes to her son, and that his rulership won't be it won't be for very long. Energetic, like, it's giving me 3 to 4 years, it's not a long, what I will say, it's not a long period of time. I'll top it at 5 years, but it's not a long period of time. or that he will face some health issues, and it feels like it's connected to the heart. But he will be king. Her son will be king. He will be. However that works, you know. I'm in the States here, but the sun, I got an energy around the sun. He will be king. And there was this years ago, I remember that, you know, they say with the royal families that their children, so to speak, like, you know, she has her son and her daughters, but or her son, this basically what's said is that the parents don't spend much time, you know, with the children, you know, that they're raised by nannies and you know caretakers and governesses and things of that nature, that it's not, you know, very traditional, you know, it's not very traditional. And that there was him speaking to the press many years ago of saying how, you know, he wished that he had a closer relationship with his mother, or wanted it to be warmer per se, and more, you know, warmer. Does Queen Elizabeth regret the relationship, you know, how her children or how her son feels when it comes to their relationship? Does she regret that? I'm getting the energy that she only regrets him saying that. Like, that she only regrets him speaking to the press about that, or she only regrets him speaking about that. And I got the Four of Cups in reverse, which we know the four, and especially the cups, is connected to family, it's connected to children, it can be connected to royalty, and it's in reverse also connected to the Devil card in reverse, which was connected to the Three of Wands, which was the expression and the communication, putting it out there to the press. Of course, you know, the Devil card is connected to, you know, rulership. It's connected to the big, you know, it's connected to the kingdom. It's connected to the big buildings. It's connected to the castles. It's connected to their whole stewardship. It's connected to what they are, what they represent in the world. And it's in reverse. I'm getting the energy that she felt like maybe it was hogwash and he wanted attention. And there's a lot that plays into them, you know, being born into royalty and born under the crown and certain privileges, things, you know, I will never understand. But it comes through more or less like that. She felt like that was hogwash, or him being dramatic, kind of an energy, and that he wanted attention, and that we should look a certain way, and maybe that shouldn't have went out to the press like that. You know, you're more privileged than 90% of the world, and you should just be grateful. And you know, it's that kind of an energy. It's like some things it just is what it is, and that's the cards that you were dealt. And with the cards that you were dealt comes a lot of privilege, and it comes a lot of wealth, and it comes a lot of status, and it comes a lot of you know, you never went hungry, you know. And it's like, it's more of this energy of get over it, boy. This get over it, boy, kind of an energy that comes around that. Maybe one who's not, maybe she's not one for emotions, kind of a thing, or self-pity, or not one for self-pity is what comes through very strong. Any new energy or messages that come through around Queen Elizabeth II, Meghan Markle, and what's going on with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, you know, being sent to live or in Africa, South Africa, Was there some prejudice to that? Like, she's black, so we're going to send you to Africa. Was there, you know, will that happen? What's the energy around that spirit? Will Meghan and Prince Harry go to Africa? Was that racist? Was it prejudice coming from the walls of the kingdom to send her to Africa and to send them to Africa because Meghan Markle is black? And what's going on with Meghan Markle and Prince Williams, the other princess, Prince William's wife? What's the energy behind these things? I don't know, I asked a lot. Alright, first thing that came through is they're not being sent, or energy of them not going. It's not an energy around a permanent move is what comes through. I'm getting the energy that the girls are getting along better than they were. Yes, it was some rivalry and some jealousy. More so not jealous, but rivalry. Like when you feel like someone's coming in on your, you know, on your territory, you know, stealing your attention. It gives this energy of like a sibling rivalry, and not just between the boys, but with the girls. It feels like sibling rivalry between the girls. Like when you don't get along with us, you're fighting for attention in the spot, or you know, she was a new thing that came. Miss Meghan Markle, Princess Meghan Markle, and of course, she was the newness that came. And whenever you got the new girl that comes to town, she gets the attention until everyone kind of, you know, becomes comfortable or more knowing about the, you know, the situation and what have you. But I'm not getting the energy around a permanent move to Africa. I'm getting the energy that the girls are getting along better. And then if you go back to my previous readings, the social media scandal I predicted that came through, they were unfollowing each other, the two princesses, and the boys had followed, the princes had stopped following one another. They started to use Instagram and social media more, and I predicted that. If you go back to those readings, I also predicted that the princess would be the princess. If you go back to that reading, it's one of the first readings that I put on here, and I predicted she would be the princess, and she's the princess. But I'm not getting a strong energy around a permanent move. I am getting an energy that the girls are getting along better, or that they will be getting along better. It's the energy of a better energy between the girls. How are the boys? How are the brothers getting along, High Spirit? How are the boys? I just heard everything is better. Everything is getting better. It's not perfect, but things are getting better. How is the relationship with the boys and their father? How is the relationship with the boys and their father? Oh, I got the Father of Wands connected to the Chariot card in reverse. That the father had something to do with the halt of them being sent away to Africa. That's something that he said. Like him speaking maybe to his mother, or him, you know, putting forth his power. But the father and the father's words helped to prevent them being, you know, sent away. But they're not. It's not a permanent move that's coming through. Also, that I'm getting some icky energy. Even though he stopped them from going to Africa, I'm getting some icky energy between the father and the boys. Like there's some rivalry there too. Love, but some rivalry. It's a lot of rivalry. I guess that goes back since the beginning of time, though, with these royal families and rivalry and stuff. But I'm getting a lot of energy around rivalry, and it doesn't feel like jealousy, though. It doesn't feel like you have what I have and I want, which it feels like this competitive it feels almost very competitive. competitive kind of an energy between everybody. Is there any other messages that comes through around the royal family? Is it the house of, it's the house of Windsor, right? The royal family. Is there any other messages that comes through strongly? This is what comes through. One of the little boys, the little grand boy, the one that's really adorable. He's really cute, little chubby cheeks, little blonde hair, like he's the cutest little thing. I think that he is the son of Prince William. It's an energy. Now, I know that I said that Meghan Markle is this connection between her and social media. They did that, okay? But I'm getting the energy around that little boy and his little chubby cheeks, and him and a cell phone, and like him taking a picture of something, or him and a camera and him taking a picture of something. It may be so iconic of him and even his great grandmother, which is the queen, and him and her allowing him to take like a selfie or a picture, but you could tell it's taken from a little body, a little person, a little child, a little camera, a little phone, and him taking the picture. It feels like a lot of revolutionary things are to come to pass with just the time and the way things are. Time is changing, and things are changing. But overall, I got an energy around finality, and it feels very close when it comes to Queen Elizabeth II. I got a strong energy around the Christmas season or the winter, colder months of this year. Elongation throughout the spring, and a finality during when it's warmer, or big announcement, which could be what do they call that, a coronation? That could be maybe the coronation of her son, as he takes the throne, or of maybe her ending it. Like, it just gives that an energy of an ending that's coming rather soon. All right, and let's jump into her astro teas really quickly. So, Queen Elizabeth is the second, is a Capricorn ascendant, which gives forth, now it won't be the same for all Capricorn ascendants, but Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which we know Saturn is father time, and also excuse me, it's also for it's also, you know, father time and the elongation of things in her long life. Okay, it's also her long life, that Capricorn ascendant. She has revolutionary Jupiter and Mars conjunct in Aquarius in her first house, which is squaring her ascendant. She is Capricorn, one of the longest reigning queens. She's done a lot of things that were, even throughout, you know, Capricorn represents tradition. It represents, you know, respect and dignity and status, and what's tried and true. But she has, throughout her reign, mixed things up a lot. So she's not as, she wears that straight face, that strength of the Capricorn ascendant very well, where it looks like, you know, we say that Capricorn ascendants, excuse me, all you beautiful Capricorns out there, they can have resting bitch face syndrome, okay, where they can have the still face, but they're very much feeling on the inside, but they just have a very serious nature. They can't help it, along with, but just in general, they can't help it. Okay, some of them very astute, very serious, but she's done a lot that was untraditional in her rulership, and being that she is Queen of England. We know her father died of lung cancer when she became queen. It was untraditional how she took the throne. After her father died, it was the father's brother, who was to take the throne. But he was mixed in with some, it was rumored that he was mixed in with, Germany and Nazis. And then, of course, he was in love with the woman, and he chose love over the rulership, and he advocated the throne. He didn't stay king for very long, and he advocated the throne. Large percentage was because of his mixing ends with Nazi Germany, and that being made, public, and it was kind of an embarrassment, and they put it all on, him in the relationship with the woman. But it was more so him and his mixings in with Nazi Germany. Okay. She also has, but the Jupiter conjunct Mars in Aquarius makes her very untraditional. She looks to be still-faced. She looks to be so calm and demure. But there's a side to her that's probably very fun, that's very light. Like, she does a lot of things that are unexpected and surprising. Like when Donald Trump came over and she kneeled when Colin Kaepernick had been kneeling in the United States on the football field. When he came, Donald Trump, when he came to see the Queen of England, she kneeled and got down on one leg, or she got down and kneeled. And that is the Aquarian nature, to rebel, to be rebellious, to fight for. Not saying that she, cared so much about the plight of Black people, or she did or didn't, but it was more so for humanity, because that is that energy of Aquarian. It's for mankind, humankind, kind of a thing. Yet the power that she was born into and under came from, the stealing and the robbing and the pillaging of Africa. All those jewels that's in that's in those crowns and jewelry and all that was taken from Africa. Okay, so there we have it. So it's kind of, the irony of it all. But yet she did get down on her knee and kneel when Trump came over at one point in time, which is that rebellious energy of Aquarian nature, and that she is very fearless and courageous and very fearless. The Aquarian energy is ruled by the star card and also the Fool card in the tarot, which is, angels fear to go where fools will, or fools rush in. And it's a foolish nature. It's connected to the Fool's card because there is this fearlessness. You just jump head in. You just do. You just go. And you just do it. Now, where her power and status and being born into royalty comes from. She has the moon conjunct Neptune in Leo, which is opposing her Mars and Jupiter in Aquarius. And the Mars and Jupiter is in the first house, representing the self. And of course, the Neptune The Neptune and the moon is in Leo. When we know Leo represents royalty, Neptune dreams beyond our imagination. Moon conjunct Neptune can be fame, worldwide notoriety and fame. When you have the moon and Neptune, and also sensitivity. So for that Capricorn ascendant, and her chart is ruled by the Saturn, which is conjunct the midheaven, which is also power, status, prestige, being at the top of the food chain, because her ascendant is ruled by Saturn, and her Saturn is in her 10th house, which represents status, prestige, how we're looked at, how we're seen. Rather, the Saturn in midheaven is conjunct the 10th house star, and she is the Queen of England. And we know the Scorpio, her Saturn is in Scorpio. Scorpio represents power, it represents authority, it represents control over, autonomy over. And we know, that she has that, even though now for the most part it is Parliament and the Prime Minister that runs and governs, and they have city government, and they have the states, what we call in the United States states, but the different provisional governments, and different area government. It's not just like the Queen is saying off with their heads now, and their heads is off with their heads. It's more just for status and symbolism. And it's Saturn conjunct the midheaven, which is the ruler of her chart. Her chart is ruled by Saturn, and her ascendant is in Capricorn, which represents esteem and power, authority as well, and control, and being the boss. And then to have the ruler of the chart in Scorpio, which represents control, autonomy, power over the people, conjunct her midheaven. So that's where the fame comes from. She also has her sun. She's a Taurus sun, and Taurus, actually, if you ever had a reading with me, you know what I say about Taurus. Taurus represents the woman who sits in front of her vanity with all her jewelry on, and her makeup, and her lipsticks, and her mascaras. Well, we know that Queen Elizabeth II is more prim, and she's more proper. She is the Capricorn ascendant, but she does have the jewels. She has the crown. She has, the scepter. She has everything that's, she's a queen, and that also falls under that Taurian energy. Like I said, the lady who sits in front of her vanity with her jewels. Now, what also makes her fated as a queen, or fated event of her being in royalty or being royal, is that she has her sun at 0 degrees of Taurus. And we know Taurus represents wealth, it represents beauty, it represents abundance, it represents having more than enough of. We know she does. And it's at 0 degrees of Taurus, which is a critical degree, meaning it was something very pertinent. She had to be in this position. And it actually is trining, it is, actually, yes, 0 degrees of Taurus, her sun is, and it is trining her vertex at 0 degrees of Virgo. And this may sound, because we don't always talk about the star Regulus a lot in the readings, but Regulus is the reason why Beyonce is as famous as she is, because Regulus sits right there conjunct her ascendant. Regulus is the star of fame, and it is the star of royalty, and it is conjunct her vertex in Virgo, because Regulus is now in the sign of Virgo, and it is conjunct her vertex, which is trining her sun. That's very interesting. That, but that's more so but that's more so transiting Regulus that is conjunct her vertex, conjunct trining her sun. So that is a part of her long reign as well. But then she has natal Regulus, conjunct her moon in Leo, which is worldwide fame and royalty. And the moon works as a satellite as well, which can be worldwide fame and popularity as well. And those are the energies and, quick little astral tease. I'm trying to be quick with you guys. Thank you so much. Click on the link in the description. Remember, it's buy one, get one free. All readings over $10 or $10 and up. Buy one, get one free. And all the readings will be $10. So I want you to understand what I'm saying. Whether that's natal chart, whether that's a 30-minute phone reading, whatever, it's $10. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's buy one, get one free. Make sure that once you purchase your reading, your phone reading, you go on to the schedule, which is the link is in the description. And if you purchased a reading previously and we haven't talked yet, put yourself on the schedule and then call the number that is listed during your scheduled time. And I am only reading from 6 to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Buy one, get one free. You can pay using Cash App or you can pay using PayPal. So the website is earthyindigo.com. The prices on there are the prices on there, but I'm telling you, you can use Cash App or PayPal and send the money, and it's buy one, get one free. Make sure you email me, okay? Make sure you put yourself on the schedule and call the number during your time. The text readings are still $5, and you could, those go a little quicker. Like, those are a little quicker with me being able to get to you. This is right there. All right. Bye, y'all.